For all the latest updates, subscribe to News9.
The COVID-19 pandemic has certainly wreaked havoc in the entire world. UK is one of the countries badly affected due to the deadly pandemic. Cases in UK were under control and it reopened its economy this past month. However, experts have warned that there might be a second wave in the UK as there has been a surge in the deadly virus cases in various parts of Europe. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson could ask millions of people in England to stay at home. Johnson could bar people from travelling across the country and quarantine holiday makers under measures being considered to prevent a new wave of COVID-19 infections. The UK government is trying to identify options to contain the deadly virus that will not involve reimposing a nationwide lockdown. The number of COVID-19 cases in the UK started to rise quickly this past week or so. This has prompted the government to impose restrictions on about 4.5 million people in certain parts of northern England. Downing Street is instead considering a series of flexible lockdown options. The government drew up an original shielding register when it first introduced lockdown measures in March. A Downing Street spokesman said that reports of middle-aged people added to the list of those being asked to shield were inaccurate. However, he refused to rule out the possibility of older people in areas which faced local lockdowns being asked to stay at home. We have existing guidance in relating to shielding that is paused nationwide, but in some localized areas, additional measures remain in place to protect that group. We will always continue to assess the scientific and medical advice and take whatever steps are needed to ensure the public is protected. But our approach is for localized action to deal with outbreaks at a localized level. If you're asking me to rule out shielding being unpaused in the future, I can't do that. The UK government was not actively considering introducing an expanded risk register, but government will consider all of the range of options that might be available. The government could also bar people from entering and leaving areas that have been placed under lockdown with measures forced by the police. In the case that COVID-19 cases surged in other countries, Boris Johnson would also scrap the travel corridors in place with several other countries. Holiday makers from any country are required to quarantine for 14 days when they arrive in the UK. Now, with Boris Johnson banning domestic travel, it remains to be seen how the economy will recover in the coming months. The UK currently has over 3 lakh COVID-19 cases and over 45,000 people have succumbed to the deadly disease.